Good day, good people, and welcome back to my channel. Now, tonight's video, I'm not going to hold you guys for that long, but there are some things that I want to get into. But before we get into all that, if you're not subscribed to this channel, hit that subscription button, hit that notification button and bell so that way you can be notified every time I'm dropping a video. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and as always, drop a comment in that comment section. Now, let's get to tonight's video. Yes, son. So like I said, in tonight's video, I'm not going to hold you guys for that long, but there are definitely some things that I want to furthermore get into when we are discussing this situation with Diddy. As you guys saw that disturbing video from yesterday with Cassie, and they say allegedly, but we all know who it is. It's Cassie. There are a few things that I've been thinking, probably said it on a video or two, but it's like even more so now that this video has come abroad. The first thing that I want to say is I've been saying this for a while now. It's like, how can I say this? When Chris Brown had that situation with Rihanna, everybody was on his bumper for years. Now, even though Chris Brown has talent and he was still able to, keep his career going and make music and still go on tour and stuff like that and still do movies and stuff, a lot of people blackballed him in the industry. And one of the main people who was one of the mains to do the blackballing was none other than Mr. Jigga Jay-Z himself. Now, I say that because it's crazy to me how, with all the situations that's going down with Diddy, and we all know that Jay-Z and Diddy were cool, ride or die, people like that, or whatever the case may be. We know that they were pretty close. They've been knowing each other for years. They are close, okay? Back in the Biggie days, okay? And now how everybody is, oh, he's disappeared and all this other kind of stuff. I'm not even worried about him allegedly being disappeared and then showing up with Beyonce at somebody's party they showed us the other day, and we don't know if that was, true or not. This is the part that I'm still whatever about. Why hasn't he said anything about his friend Diddy? Because in the beginning, when Rihanna was with Chris Brown, he was cool with Chris. That wasn't his best friend, but he was cool with Chris. He probably didn't like that Chris was with Rihanna because he was still trying to smash, or if he was, or whatever the case may be. But he was cool and cordial with the brother. And then when that situation happened, it just seemed like he blackballed him. Just hard, shutting down everything. And like I said, luckily Chris got the talent and he was able to still do what he had to do. I guess he had some really good people working with him, his management and stuff like that. So he was still able to bounce back on his career. And I really furthermore didn't understand it when Rihanna accepted Chris's apology finally. And then you saw her and him still like talking and being cool and stuff. And he really got mad then. It was like, what you getting so mad for? But it's like, we fast forward here. If you're going to be that mad over a situation that happened with Chris Brown and the person who he was actually in a situation that occurred with had, took some time, but then she forgave him. Why don't you have the same energy for Mr. Diddy? I don't understand it. So that's my main thing right there. Everybody had all this stuff to say about, and it's not just Jay-Z, but Jay-Z is the main one. Everybody had all this stuff to say about Chris Brown, but ain't nobody saying nothing about Diddy. You know what I'm saying? The second main thing I want to say is Slim Thug. When this situation came out with Cassie, he was one of the main ones that came out and had, some pretty rude things to say. He alleged that she went from living like a billionaire to going to go live in, an apartment, and she was trying to find love, and now she needs some money to stay. He said a whole bunch of things, just disgusting things. And then when the video came out, he decided to come out and he had to apologize to her because of all the things you said. You came out, you alleged this girl was lying because of X, Y, and Z. And then you want to come out and say, I was riding for you, Diddy. I was trying to be there for our people. And I get that. At some point, it's like we all want to be there for our people. But at the end of the day, right is right and wrong is wrong. It don't matter if that's your damn people or not. And to be honest with you, there's been too many accusations and too many people who have said things, the similar things about this person for years, for you guys to just be like, I'm just gonna ride with him out. I'm just gonna ride with him. And I can even understand you guys being like, well, nobody has come forth with evidence and stuff. But there's been so many different examples of people who have come forth. The lady who was, shot in her eye, Shine. I mean, so many other people who have come forth with different little things. And it's like, y'all just don't care because it's Diddy and because of all his connections and what he got going on. Like, everybody turned a blind eye to that. And that just was sickening. So I'm glad that Slim Thug did offer her an apology. But it's like, dude, instead of being so hypocritical to just think that somebody is lying to get $1. Now, I will say this. There are a lot of people out in this world who will lie, seek, and destroy just so that way they can get ahead, just so that way they can get $1, or just so that way they can benefit off of somebody else's, downfall. I will say that. But that's not like that in all cases. And from a person who had been with Diddy for all them years, she had been moved on, she has gotten married, she has had children. I know it took her some time to come out and say that, but some of those victims and people who go through traumatic stuff like that, and even harsher stuff than that, you can't just tell them people when to come out and tell their story. They're not comfortable. They have to come out and tell that on their own time. Because you need to understand that when they are reiterating certain details about things that have happened and it's traumatic, that's like opening the wound again for these people. And a lot of times they don't want to do that. Especially if they've tried to, shut that down, block it out of their mind and keep it pushing. They don't want to reopen up those wounds. So you can't say you need to do it, y'all need to come out faster. We would like for them to come out faster so that way, hopefully, the same situation doesn't happen to other people. But at the end of the day, you can't tell a victim when to come out and when they're supposed to tell their story. That's just something that you just can't do. The next thing that I want to talk about is not just Slim Thug being so, ooh, Diddy, I was riding for you. You have Peter Thomas from the Real Housewives of, Atlanta when he was, married to Cynthia Bailey and he got these restaurants and stuff like that. You had him going hard for Diddy. You had, what's the name? Stevie J going hard for Diddy. You had people even like Little Scrappy in Diddy's comments. So Diddy did a post like 4 days ago and it said something. I'll post it so that way you guys can see it. And people were just like, you know what? This is great. Like, Diddy, we are here for you, brother. Da-da-da-da-da. Because it almost seemed like after Mother's Day, it almost seemed like he kind of just felt like it was appropriate for him to get back online and start posting and come back to real life and, go on some more vacations and stuff. So people were all in them comment sections when he made his post. And a lot of celebrities were on there. Busta Rhymes, Little Scrappy, Peter Thomas, and all of them. And then when these allegations in this video came out, man, those same celebrities, people went back to those posts and they were like, what do you got to say now? What's up? And you know what? None of the celebrities even responded back to anybody. And of course, they're not going to. The only person who said anything on the situation was Peter Thomas. He recorded the video. He got the video posted up on his page of what happened and then talked about how he had Diddy's back for all this time and how he just can't believe this and all that kind of stuff. But just a few days ago, you were just on his post and you were just sucking him up. A whole bunch of celebrities was. Busta Rhymes putting up the king sign stuff and stuff like that. Like, and it's whatever to me because it's like people like Busta Rhymes, people like other rappers and stuff. You guys are in the industry. And even if you're not like a big time rapper, I'm pretty sure you've seen some things and I'm pretty sure you've heard some things. But for y'all to just keep acting like I gotta rock with my people, and then when something like this happens and proof comes out of what these people have done, then ain't nobody saying nothing. Everybody's silence. Radio silence. Ain't nobody posting up no pictures on the Instagram stories. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Ain't nobody commenting back. But y'all just was a couple of days ago before this video dropped. So then it's like, what you guys who are, that just furthermore makes me think, now that all the people who was up on his back and yeah, we got your back, we still riding for you and blah, blah, blah. What's going to start coming of you guys? Do you guys got some stories? Is there something hidden with you guys? Because why are y'all riding for a person so hard and acting like y'all just didn't think, y'all never thought any bad thought about this man or nothing like that? You don't care about what the media is saying. You don't care about what's been happening in his real life. You don't care about what he's done with any of his groups and people, that work for him, for his music-wise or nothing like that. You don't care about none of that. And y'all seen it like for years. Y'all drop a comment in the comment section and let me know what y'all think about all of this. Because even the people like Rock, who's going at it with Joe Budden, she's saying that, you know, Van came out and apologized to her, but she's saying some years ago she told Van. She knew some stories of what was going down with Diddy, and Van apologized to her recently, but he did say, you didn't come to me with any proof, showing me proof that he did X, Y, and Z, and I'm newly working for a company for a year. I can't just take your word for it. I need some type of hard evidence to go against this brother. And you know what? The people who she was talking about, or the woman who she was talking about at the time, should have probably come forth. And I think right now, honestly, the reason why her and Joe Budden is getting into it, and Joe was, you know, saying that she was trying to make Sin Santana do X, Y, and Z, is because there's probably going to be some stories about other rappers, you know, coming forth. There's probably going to be a Sin Santana story, and no telling what other ones, because he's not just him. He's not the only one. Y'all drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about all this. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video respectfully.